Greetings LEGO fans, welcome to another live stream of the Vintage Brick. I hope you are doing awesome wherever you are. Rest, welcome back to the stream, hope you are doing awesome. Vault Dweller, welcome to the stream, hope you are doing awesome. Man, how have you guys been? It feels like it's been ages. It was like, what, Thursday last week? Well, Wednesday I guess in America, but neither of you are from America, so that doesn't apply. Yeah, Thursday last week. I was going to do a stream on Saturday, but yeah, it just didn't work out. But that's okay. Yeah, like I said, I hope you guys are doing awesome. Millennium Falcon, we're still building. Today is number 5. Number 5. Phase 5. So I am so looking forward to building this. I have been looking forward to building this ever since the end of the last stream. So let me just get these bags out. I don't think we're going to need any of those. Let's just in case. Yeah, like I said, how have you guys been? That's a 6. That's a 6. Okay. I think we've got the 5s. Yeah, what's been happening? It's been lots of stuff happening. I'm back at work this week, which is yeah. Cue the sympathy sounds. Back at work full time this week, so that has been interesting. It feels like it should be Friday already, yet it is only Tuesday. At least I get to work on this beast tonight to console myself a little bit as to the necessary workage. Yeah, Rest 2022 Vintage, welcome, and we're still building the Falcon, that's right. Welcome to live stream 972. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Totally. No, I think I know it's going to be a bit of a drawn out process, but I think we are probably looking at about 17 streams. We seem to get through one stage per stream. Which sounds like a lot, but I mean it's a beast. It's the previous biggest set ever before the Colosseum came out. So you guys know how big it is. But it's okay. It's all fun and games, right? It's all fun and games till somebody loses an eye from a stud shooter. Yeah, and Vault Dweller finished watching The Mandalorian yesterday, and it was so amazing. I loved it. I can't wait for the Book of Boba Fett. Yes, absolutely, totally, 100% with you on that. Yeah, absolutely. It definitely. I'm looking forward to that too. That's going to be very, very cool. And I loved this. Was it second season of The Mandalorian? I loved the first season as well. It's just generally really, really awesome. Yeah, totally. Actually, what I have been I'll save that for a little bit later on. What I was going to say, but that's okay. Mandalorian, totally looking forward to all of the Star Wars stuff that's coming out, Andor, especially the live action stuff. Actually, Ahsoka and the Book of Boba Fett. It's going to be awesome. Speaking of Disney Plus, who watched WandaVision? No spoilers. Actually, there's pretty much you can't really spoil that at this point, right? There's no like real huge revelations. They're all kind of just setting it up. But I have watched it. I have indeed watched it. I watched both episodes last night, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was kind of interesting. Yeah, kind of interesting. Now, while I'm talking, I am just going to be having a bit of a look through because I was determined to have a look at trying to see if this section, if you look down, this, you can probably hardly even see my hand, this section down here, I'm sure it's supposed to have another one of those double pins in it because I press down and it kind of tends to fall apart. So I want to try and track down where the pins go in for that. It might be a little bit of a mission. And I don't want to lose where I'm up to. Because I am sure that's supposed to have a double pin in there. But yes, I watched WandaVision. I thought it was pretty cool. Like I said, they're just setting it up. Very, very mysterious at this point. Yeah, they haven't really given away much of anything. It's very mysterious. I kind of got through the first episode and I was like, what the heck? Like, if it's literally just every episode is all about whether, you know, them just living in a 40s, 50s TV show, it's going to be a little bit boring. And so I was like, yeah, I don't know. But at the end of the first episode, it kind of snaps back and you're like, oh, something fishy is going on there. So yeah, it will be very interesting. What did you guys think? Have you guys seen it? What do you guys think? What do you think's gonna happen? Rumors time. Actually, we probably shouldn't digress too much into rumors. Right, I need to find a bookmark of some description so that I don't lose my place where I'm at, and find where on earth I put the spares bag. And I think before we crack on into stage 5, I think I have actually missed out the piece here, and I think I've found the instruction on where it is supposed to be. So I am going to try and remove this section here. Actually, let's jump over to here. I'm going to try and remove this section here, which is the section that we put in last time, which may potentially be on the tricky side now. Oh, a tiny little spider finding a home in my Millennium Falcon. I don't know if that's allowed. Okay, let's just get those off there. So in theory it should just be a few pins that we pull out and it should drop out the bottom again. Yeah, mostly. Try not to completely destroy everything. Very, very gentle with this all. Okay, that should be fine there. Now, this is the spot here. Aha! I have found him! Alicia Videra, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing awesome. Yes. This will make much more sense. Okay, now try and put this back without completely destroying it. Oh, so far so good, but time will tell. Again, I'm going to end up praising the modular design of this thing. It's like, yes, I missed out a step from quite a while ago, but it's reasonably easy to just pop it all out and put that missing piece in. Now, oh, there it is. Talking about missing pieces, so it was suddenly like, where the heck is that bit gone? Okay, now I can actually press down on this and it's not going to go anywhere. That's what we like to see. We can press down on these, make sure that they are all seated properly. There it is. Okay. Yeah, so I think I agree. Blah, 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 blah. I agree. I think it definitely will pick up speed as more come out. I think that's definitely the idea, and there's a lot of mystery going on at the moment, like what the heck is this thing? How does it fit into the MCU? Because it is canon, so how does it fit into the MCU? How, like, what is it? What even is it? So, yes, absolutely. Interested to see where it goes from here. Okay. Way more stable. Nice. Now we can actually get into phase 5, stage 5, whatever you want to call it. Vault Dweller says, I hate dust, it sticks all over my Lego. Oh no, cry. And I got to clean it. Yes, indeed. For big displays, you really want a like a semi-sealed container, right? Some kind of glass display that that keeps it all out, keeps all that dust out. Okay, well, figures can go hang out over there, and we can just rearrange the table to actually get what we need to get. Okay, cracking into the bags 5. Now I saw somewhere that the total number of bags, because I completely forgot to do a count up of the bags before I started ripping into them. I read somewhere where I think it was somewhere on Facebook, it was 67 bags or something like that. 67 bags for the set. That is quite a few. That is quite a few. Now, Vault Dweller. Hang on. Get rid of those. Some more bags. Nope, that's them. Okay, cool. Vault Dweller, has your Star Destroyer arrived yet? Has it arrived? Has the moment come? I'm curious. I'm curious. You live in Auckland, A Vintage. That is correct. I do indeed live in the land of orcs. In fact, there's a little bit of a funny joke about that. Kind of related to Auckland. When we were touring overseas, the lead singer would often make the joke that all the guys of the band were, all the other guys were in Lord of the Rings actually as extras, and people were like, oh wow, really? Oh, that's really cool. And he's like, yeah, they were all orcs, and people were like, ooh, wow, okay, that's crazy. And he's like, yeah, they didn't need any makeup. Ba-dum-tsh. Groan. Oh yes, those are the days. But anyway, it just reminds me, yes, the land of orcs, not the land of orcs. Okay, the Star Destroyer, the Star Destroyer, that is enough of a collection, yeah, indeed. But Vault Dweller still has to get it yet, I think, or has it arrived? I dare say you probably haven't built it yet, though. I dare say it. You dared me, and I said it. I never heard that one before. yeah. It's like, groan. Those are the days. Simple jokes to make people laugh. Oh. so we were just talking about WandaVision. Yes, looking forward to seeing where that goes. It will be very interesting to see where that goes. Another show, I have a little bit of a confession to make. Cobra Kai. So my daughter and I have been doing a little bit of a Karate Kid bender lately. She hadn't seen the Karate Kid movies up until very, very recently. So she loves it. She loves Karate Kid 1 and 2. And when I told her that there was 3 and kind of a 4, she was just like, "Whoa, that's cool!" So we ended up tracking down 3 and 4 and we watched those the other night, which is really, really cool. And it was great to revisit all those old movies. It's pretty cool. But Cobra Kai. Now, obviously, she's not watching Cobra Kai because it's got a bit of language in it. She's a bit young for that yet. A bit of language and a bit of violence, and some of the moments are pretty full on. But my confession is that I kind of binged watched it. I got like so totally hooked on it. And I think I probably watched all 3 seasons in like about a week. Just absolutely raced through it. Maybe like a week and a half or 2 weeks. But it was cool. I loved it. I thought it was really, really cool and really well done. I know some of the reviews haven't been all that great. Haven't been all that gracious. I saw one headline saying that the Star Wars, the second trilogy, the new trilogy, 7, 8 and 9, have kind of, Cobra Kai's made the same mistakes as that. And I don't know, I think I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really cool. And I thought it was a great tribute to the original Karate Kid movies. And yeah, I thought it was really cool. It was so great how they just pulled in different moments and kind of gave it a whole lot more backstory and a whole lot more depth. Where, like, it would revisit pivotal moments in both the movies pivotal moments from the movies. And then you'd get both sides of the story. Like, you get Johnny's point of view and you'd get Daniel's point of view, and it just made so much more sense. And I really liked about Cobra Kai how it doesn't make Daniel to be this goody-good who's always right. In some ways, he actually becomes the bully. Like, well, not really the bully, but he makes some really dumb decisions along the way and misinterprets people's intentions and misinterprets situations. And Cobra Kai kind of explains that, and I think it's really cool. It's not just that Johnny's the bad guy and he's always been a bad guy and he's nothing but a big bully, and and Daniel was always in the right, and it's not like that at all. So yeah, I thought it was really, really cool. Now, Rest says, I'm going up to the Lego store in Westfield tomorrow. Fun. Hoping for the pick-a-brick. Hoping that the pick-a-brick wall is open. Yeah, fair enough. Now, that's one store which... in Westfield. Westfield. Is that the one in Newmarket? That's the only one that I'm aware of that has a pick-a-brick wall. I'm assuming that's the one that you're talking about. The kind of... Yes, that's the only Lego store as far as I'm aware. So yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be cool. I have never been there myself. It's actually quite a drive from where I am, and Auckland is not a small place, and I just haven't really had the inclination or the opportunity to go and check it out. Maybe at some point I will go and check it out, but probably not tomorrow because I have the joy of working tomorrow. So, tell you what, if I was still on holiday, I'd probably come join you. I'd probably come say hi. But unfortunately, I have to do that thing called work. But that's okay. But yes, enjoy the Lego store. Have you been there before? Have you been there before, Rest, or is this going to be your first time at the Lego store up there? In the Newmarket. Okay, make sure this is going in the right place. And oh, I've missed a piece. What a muppet. That's supposed to have a couple of these guys. A couple of these guys in there. Which I completely missed, but easy fix. Okay. Great bit of detail around the back here. Very, very cool. Oh, get to have some, put on some plates. Oh, and then the next stage, we actually get to build a whole big detail section, I'm assuming, that to kind of go across here. That's cool. That's cool, man. That's cool. So this guy goes in, up and under here. We need a couple of cheese wedgies. Cheese wedgies, where are you? And a couple of those slope ski guys. One of you. Oh, cheese wedges are in here too. Easy peasy. Now where do they live? Up the top here. There. So what parts are you looking for in the old pick-a-brick wall at the moment? Are you trying to look for? Are you looking for something specific, or are you just trying to build up or bolster your mock parts collection for your GBC builds? Okay, let's put that guy over there. And whew, it's a big wing. A big wing indeed. A big wing indeed. And that is the wrong orientation. Right, scratch that. Here we go. Actually, lately I've spent a little bit of time as well noodling away on the old guitar. I've kind of been re-inspired to learn a couple of the old songs that I used to play when I was younger. It's kind of fun having the nylon string out, playing some of the old classical tunes. And yeah, kind of relearning it, because I mean it's been so many years since I've played some of that stuff. That you kind of get to a point with the old muscle memory, and then it just goes. I don't know what to play next. So yeah, it's been kind of cool doing that over the last few days. One of the songs that I mostly learnt as in my youth. Which I never quite fully mastered. Like, I could fumble my way through it. Surely I'm not missing a piece. Hang on. yeah, I could mostly fumble my way through it, but I'm not sure I really actually mastered it as such. So I started relearning that one, and yeah, it's hard. It is hard, but I have realised that I learned some of it wrong. So it's yeah, it's kind of interesting relearning some of it, and yeah, finding that okay, I'm actually learning some of these new bits, and I've got to get my fingers around it because that is not how I used to play it. But it's okay, that is all part of learning. And it's really interesting too. I just thought for fun I would search up on YouTube hardest solo guitar pieces on classical guitar or whatever. And hilariously, the one that I have, the song that I'm talking about, I found a top 10, and this particular one came in at number 10. So yeah, it's tricky. It's definitely not an easy song to learn, that's for sure. And one of the other ones that I used to play in my youth, one of the other ones which I kind of haven't really started learning fully again yet, but I would like to, came in at number 9. So yeah, well there we go. And that one I could actually play all the way through. Just needs a little bit of endurance because it is quite tricky, just from an endurance point of view. But yeah, anyway. Rest. Sorry, Vintage, I wrote too many letters and it's frozen my laptop. I'll just retype it. Oh, crikey. Yes, hopefully it's not as bad as the stream the other, well, it must have been a week or so ago now, where I was talking away and realised that the music had stopped. I was like, oh, that's a bit weird. I'll have to go and try and sort out that, you know, after I finish my thought. So I finished my thought and then went to go and sort out the music that had stopped playing and realised that my laptop had completely locked up. So this is the laptop that I use for streaming. At 100% completely locked up, no recovery. So I had to do a hard reboot and reboot everything. And this is all midstream. And I was just like, no, man, no. That sucks. That's horrible. But thankfully, YouTube was still kind of streaming in the background. It just kind of came up and said broadcast interrupted. So once I got everything back up and running, which was only actually a couple of minutes, it was all good. It was all fine. I just picked up where it left off from. But yes, that's that moment of like, no, it's locked up. There's nothing I can do about it. Good. Not nice. Not nice indeed. Okay, how many of these guys do we need? 4 of you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, Matthew William, welcome. And Alicia Videra, I did say welcome before. That set is very big. Oh yes, it is a monster. It is an absolute monster. One of the biggest complaints I have heard about the Millennium Falcon, the UCS Millennium Falcon, is that when you've built it, and it's a really cool build, but when you've built it, where do you display it? Because it definitely takes a certain place and a certain setup to actually be able to display something this big. I have been looking at different stands. I have decided on a Technic built stand, which I'll get to get the parts for at some point. I haven't got the parts yet, but it is a brick built Technic stand, just a mock that somebody's done. It's one of the most popular ones. I can't remember off the top of my head right now exactly who the guy is. These other guys in the chat might be able to jog my memory. But yeah, that particular stand displays it kind of upwards, so you don't have to actually have it flat. You can have it up. So it can actually sit on a shelf or something like that. But yes, I probably, I don't know if I'm going to display it for long or whether I am going to end up just packing it down reasonably soon after building it. I don't know yet. I have not decided. I don't really have a full-on Lego display area as such. I've kind of got, you know, a table behind me here, but I haven't really got a full-on place for display as of yet. That I'm hoping that will change in the future, but just not right now. 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, sorry, Rest said third or fourth time, he thinks. Went there on the opening day, yep, but we had to get up at 5 to drive to Auckland. Wow, yeah, find Westfield, find the Lego store, and don't even get me started on the queue. Oh, I can imagine. Vintage, can you see me? Yes, I can. Well, I can see your messages, Matthew, but I can't see you personally as such. But obviously, I can see your messages. Welcome. I hope you're doing awesome, Matthew William. Welcome back to the stream too, by the way. Okay, so these kind of pop in there, and then they'll splay outwards, and they are alternating, right? Cool. Okay, you got me started. Wrapped around the whole top floor at least 2 times. Whoa, crazy. I was talking to some of the people, and one guy had been waiting outside the mall, not even inside, outside in the cold since 3 in the morning. What? I think once we got inside the mall, it was 9. Whoa, man. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be. I'm generally not a line queuer guy for when a store opens. So yeah, that's crazy. I really like Lego. Don't know if I like it that much. The reality is, I think we do have a great selection in the stores here. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's exclusives and things that are in the Lego store that aren't really in some of the other stores. Yeah, I don't know. Let's make sure I've got these in the right place. Again, that's some kind of cool detail. Yeah, nice. Oh, pizza here. Ooh, pizza, nice, yum yum. Once we got into the store itself, it was like 11:30ish. Yeah, man, that's crazy. That is newts. Newts indeed. Goes on there. This guy kind of goes randomly wherever I feel like it in there. Maybe not quite as random. Okay. Let's get all these next bits out. We've got lots of detail bits in the next step. Yes, Matthew William, you certainly can't go wrong with pizza, that's for sure. Pizza good. Pizza good. My wife makes the most amazing homemade pizza. She makes the bases completely from scratch, and yeah, it's always so good. Yeah, I am a big fan of pizza. I like pizza. I like to pizza. I like to pizza. Rich says, yeah, when you hit 1,000 subs vintage, go to the Lego store and meet your many fans. many fans. Yeah, if I'm lucky, all 3 of them will turn up. Yep. Yes, I do have to. I really should make it down to the Lego store at some point, even just to go and check it out and see what's happening, see what's going on there, see what it's like. Really should. I'll make it happen at some point, I'm sure. Alright, so nice big detail piece there. So that's one side, I assume. I wonder if the other side is going to be symmetrical or whether it is going to be not. Probably zoom in a little bit there. Oops. Over there. Make sure that's the right spot. Okay, goodly. Yes, this beast is definitely a big build, but it's enjoyable. It's kind of enjoyable hanging out and just chilling and building. As I've previously said, I'm not in a great hurry to get through it. In many ways, I'm just kind of cruising through it. Don't have a particular deadline that I have to get it done by or anything like I did for the ATM6. Yeah, I can just sort of cruise and enjoy the build, and yeah, because you only ever get a first build, right? I have talked to other guys who've needed to get a set built for a particular time in a particular time frame or whatever, and they've just kind of really raced through it, and then they kind of get to the end and go, oh, I kind of would like to build that again and actually take my time. But the second build is always different the second time through, because there's no real surprises or anything. So yeah, my advice for anyone building a big set is to just take your time, just cruise through it. Don't try and race through it, and just enjoy it. I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what Lego's got to be all about, enjoying the build. Unless you're my 5-year-old who kind of enjoys the build for a little while. Yeah, I've got these around the wrong way. Enjoys the build for a little while, and then she's like, can you finish the build for me? Because like I just want to play with it. So each to their own. Each to their own. And those need to be angled very slightly. Hey, random. But who are you subbed to, Vintage? Good question. There's a few people I'm subbed to. Actually, if you go into the channel, it's got like featured channels or something, and I'm sure that I'm pretty sure any channels that I'm subbed to come up on that list. I think maybe. Yeah, I don't tend to watch a lot on a lot of Lego stuff on YouTube, because any time that I'll watch some. These days, I'm more likely to actually sit in a live stream and hang out and chat and interact with people rather than spend hours surfing around YouTube watching bits and pieces. Though sometimes I do watch some stuff, but generally speaking, I don't watch a lot of videos. There's a couple people which I tend to watch all of their videos that come out. Brickscene is one of them. My good friend Rich over at Brickscene, he does amazing stuff. So totally, if you haven't heard of Brickscene, make sure you go check him out. Which I think you guys probably all have heard of Brickscene. I sometimes go on his live streams and hang out there. But yeah, there's a few that I'm subbed to. But like I said, mainly interested in the live streams. The guys who live stream often, and you can kind of go on their streams and have a bit of a conversation about what they're up to, and yeah. I'm just trying to think who else. I'm loving London Bridge Bricks. He does great stuff for the Lego community, just worldwide actually. He does what is it? The London Calling, which is on Saturday morning here in New Zealand, and that's a great community event thing that he has going on. It's really cool. Usually gets some good attendance and has a lot of Lego YouTubers as part of that stream. They build and just chew the fat. Yeah, it's cool. It's good. It's good entry into the community there. Love what he does. But a few of those guys, Solo Brick Builder and Cy O'Connor, Emma Saurus is doing some really awesome stuff. She's recently revitalized her channel. Kind of was a dead channel for quite a while, but she's recently started doing a lot of stuff. That's really cool. Geek Girl Bricks, she sometimes comes on the stream here. I'm subs to her. She's building an awesome Lego city. She's recently just got the Ninjago gardens. Is it the gardens? The gardens, the new one that's just come out. So she's just added that to her city, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so kind of all sorts really. All sorts. Alright, so Matthew says, Vintage, I am going to change my log. Okay. Alright, I'm not sure what you mean there, but that's okay. Rest says, signing off for tonight. Thanks for the stream, Vintage. When you go to the Lego store, LMK, talk soon. Rip. Thanks Rust for coming and hanging out and joining in on the stream, and I'm sure that I will see you next time. Thanks. Catch you later. Alright, so now we get to build the other side of this detail piece. This detail piece. Vault Dweller, soz my internet died, but I'm back now. Party! Awesome. Great to have you back. Great to have you back. It's always good to have you in the house, Vault Dweller. But you didn't Oh, last thing. Do you know Cy O'Connor? Not personally. I haven't met him in person, just over YouTube, over the interwebs. I usually say hi to him if he's in a stream, but I don't kind of know him personally. But he seems like a good guy. Yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Lol, last thing. Dude, I'm sorry. I think you have extinguished your expired your last thing quota for this stream. Just kidding. Last thing. I know a really great channel. Rest in Pieces 83. Lol. Wink, 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 wink. Nudge, nudge. I didn't realize that you had already started your channel. I knew that you were about to, but I'll go check it out if you have. Yeah. Have you posted some videos? Cool. I'll go check it out. I will go check it out. And I won't even ban you for promoting your own channel on my stream. There you go. There you go. That's just the nice guy that I am. But no, I'll definitely go check it out. I was not aware that you had started posting videos, so good on you if you have. Absolutely. Oh, you haven't started it. Ah, oh, such a tease. Such a tease. What are you waiting for then? Hey? What are you waiting for? Need to get doing that thing. Alright, let me just double check to make sure I've got everything here. I think I do. This weekend, hopefully. Cool. Exciting. I'll be interested to hear your experiences on filming and actually putting together a video. It's way harder than you think it's going to be, from my experience. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe it's not for you. Not as hard for you as it was for me. But I'll be interested to see what you think after creating a video. And of course, I'll be interested to see what the video turns out like. Go forth and film. Go forth and film. Matthew William, welcome back. Welcome back. Though I'll let you know if you're so eager. It's interesting. It's always interesting finding other people's experiences when creating videos and creating content. Because at the end of the day, we are all in the same boat, you know? We are all in the same boat. I might be a little bit further down the journey, but I'm still just a dude sharing his passion and his interests, and you know, sharing what I'm up to and stuff. Yeah, so we're all in the same boat. But yes, go forth and create. Okay, I need one of those, 1 or 4 of those. Let's go with the 4. So many little pieces. Go with them. And where is a 1x4 tile? There it is. 1x4 tile. And a little wing fella. Wing guy. Second one in. Okay, I kind of got to get the right angles on these, even just the approximate right angles. And this one there, like that, like so. And this one like so. Let's just try and get the angle on these kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know. Probably doesn't really matter too much. Something a little bit OCD about trying to get a nice curve on the angles though. My OCD is going, no, it has to be even. It has to be like as close to perfect as possible. So the reality of that is might be a little bit lacking though. Alright, so get a whole bunch of these out. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm supposed to have 8 of them. 4, 7. That's interesting. Do I have one in the spares bag? And I do! It was in a previous bag. Phew! Don't panic! Don't panic! Don't panic! You're all good. Voltwiller says, I got the new X-Wing and a TIE Fighter. Which one should I start to build first? Ooh, that's a good question. I reckon build the TIE Fighter. That'll be a fun build. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I did see a really cool modification to that TIE Fighter. And since you've just finished watching the Mandalorian, was it you that just finished watching the Mandalorian? Sorry, excuse me if I have completely... No, it was you that's just finished watching the Mandalorian. Since you have just finished watching the Mandalorian, this mod may appeal to you, and that is it folds up the wings like Moff Gideon's TIE Fighter. I think this particular mod didn't have the landing gear attached to it, which I kind of think that it really needs the landing gear if you're going to have the folding wings. But yeah, I thought it was quite cool having the folding TIE fighter wings. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know where I saw it. I think it was just a post on Facebook. So I don't know if it's been distributed as instructions, but you know, something to keep in mind anyway. And yeah, I thought it was cool. It was very cool. All right, so a couple of those and a couple of those. 1 and 2. Okay. All right. Matthew Wilson says red. Shh. Oh, that would be sick. Yeah, it did look pretty cool. And Matthew says I am going to change my logo. Cool. Doing some updates on your channel, I assume. Okay, let's figure out what parts we need for this step. 1, 2 of you, whole bunch of little bitses. You raid the spares bag. Another one of you. Another pin. There's 2 of you there. 4 slurpy guys. Little hanger on there. And 2 little single cheese wedges. 1 of you. Alright. I can't not gonna change my logo now. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, if you can't do it, you can't do it, right? If you can't do it, you can't do it. Alright, so almost got this big detail section done, which is kind of exciting. Yeah, it's always kind of fun building these big detail panels and then putting it actually on. It's very, very cool. Right, where are these guys going? Same place as the previous side, the other side, but just want to make sure I get the orientation right. So this guy's going there, this guy goes on here, and then clip it in here, and look at that. Beautiful. Oh, that's the underside. That's interesting. And it rests on top of that, I think. That is not what I expected. I kind of expected it to be, no, I suppose there's going to be a big panel. There's going to be a big panel kind of up here, right? So it actually goes on the underside underneath here. Flips over and goes underneath. Now what's it going to attach to? I wonder. Oh, attaches in here. Okay. And oops, got the wrong perspective. It's not, right. Those kind of sit up there for the moment, and can we get that in there without breaking anything else? Apparently not. Okay, let's get this sorted. Where's it supposed to go? Okay, so that goes on there. Yeah, I can see why this is so fragile. Like once it's actually built with all these panels. It's one of the complaints that I have heard. Now where did this guy go? Oh, there. Oh gosh, parts coming off left, right and centre. Hang on. Okay, that one goes in there, and where'd that go? And let's try that again. At least I can still pick it up from the centre section. Oh gosh. There we go. Okay, sorry, that was a little bit out of shot, but that's in now. It's oh yeah, it's actually reasonably secure. Now these go underneath that. Make sure Actually, let me make sure that the other side is correct. Underside that, and then sitting on top of that under there. Yep, that's good. It's good. Okay. Groovy. Nice. On to another bit. I have no idea where that bit's going to go. But I need to build 2 of them. So let's build 2 of them at the same time. Okay, move that out of the way a little bit. So we'll just get all the parts out and yeah, do our thing. Okay. Oh, I actually need 12 of them. 2, 4, and 6. Crikey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Miss a hole, and then 5 and 6. Alright, let's those in, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you guys. Right, put those kind of off to the side to build the other side. A couple of you, a couple of you, and a couple of you. It's always interesting trying to get all the, when you've got lots of pins to line up, it's always kind of interesting trying to get them all lined up and actually the beam on there. There we go, it's not too bad. Sorry, just waving my eye because actually pretty much just before I came on stream, I was just closing up our pool and I had to put a little bit of chlorine in, and we have the chlorine like granules, and I put some chlorine in and a little gust of wind came along and blew some of the chlorine back in my eye, so my eye's just a little bit itchy. Rinsed it out with water, but you know that there's still going to be a little bit of chlorine in there. So sorry if I just keep wiping my eye. It's not overly comfortable, It's not too bad. It's just a little bit itchy. But I'm not like about to fall asleep or anything. In case you're worried. Okay, let me make sure that I am on the right track, and it certainly looks like I am. Getting there. Okay, a couple of you, and a couple of you. Actually, 4 of you. Since we're doing the whole 2 times thing. So yes, chlorine in the eye. It's not overly conducive to a pleasant experience. For those who are into chemistry, chlorine will bind with the water in your eye to make will take the hydrogen out of the water, and it will make hydrochloric acid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so it's not an overly wise decision getting chlorine in your eye, because who wants hydrochloric acid in their eye, right? Doesn't sound like that much fun. Thankfully, I don't think it was actually any granules as such. It was more just kind of the dust of vapor that sprayed back in, but still not overly comfortable. Definitely felt it, that's for sure. Oh, so many little pieces. That's the one thing when it comes to the little pieces parts. You definitely can't race through it as fast as you want to go. You are very limited by the little pieces and actually picking those little pieces up. So it always makes it interesting when you get to the details parts. So Vault Dweller, if you're still around, I don't think you answered whether your Star Destroyer had arrived or not. I'm really curious to see whether it's turned up or not. Obviously, you don't have to let me know, but I am indeed quite curious. So if you're still around, well, yeah, please let me know. But no pressure. You don't have to. Not yet. Sorry. Sorry if you did actually put that in the chat and I missed it earlier. But not yet. Patience, man, it's always so hard waiting for something. I guess that's one of the good things about buying something like that in store. Is like you go in, you pay the money, and then you actually physically have it. That's got to be the only drawback for online shopping, is where you go in, you pay for it, you click, and you're like, yes, it is on its way. I don't know when it's going to get here, but I'm sure it will get here at some point, some unspecified amount of time. Yeah, it's always hard waiting for something, especially when you like really want it. It's always tricky, but patience. But yes, that's going to be an epic build for sure. That will indeed be an epic build. I know that Rich from Brickscene, he actually prefers the Star Destroyer over the Falcon, over the Millennium Falcon. So yeah, you've definitely got a great set coming. Am I helping your impatience at all? Telling you how amazing it is, the thing that you've got coming that you're desperately waiting for? I just had a look on the back of the TIE Fighter book, and there's a new Imperial Shuttle set in number 75302, and it looks great. Ooh, nice. Indeed. I wonder if it's going to be in that. Oh, I'm assuming if it's part of the same set. I'm assuming it's going to be part of that slightly smaller range, which I think the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter are part of. Yeah, be interesting. Okay, those are done for the moment. Got to build another little bit to go on the end, so let's get all the bits out for those. Now, I'm talking about smaller ranges. My wife went out the other day, and she came back. She's like, "I got you a present." I was just like, "Ooh, what did you get me?" And because I got the was it Kylo Ren's shuttle in the Micro Fighter series for Christmas, as well as this beast, she brought back. She's like, "You've got the big one. So I thought that you got the biggest one, so I thought that you should have the littlest one as well." I mean, how awesome is that? So I'm quite looking forward to building that. I think it's going to be really cool. 6+. I think, yeah. I think I'm the right age for that. That's fine. So yeah, I was quite stoked to get that little surprise. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of you guys. 4 of you guys. 4 of you guys. And then we can start building. Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do with that build. I might do I was thinking about possibly doing a little bit of the shorts build video on the micro Kylo Ren shuttle and also the micro Millennium Falcon. Thought that could be kind of a cool way to share those sets. Make sure that that Newsbrick doesn't find out about it. I might get upset. Oops. Okay, that's looking good. That's it. So let's do the other side. Oh, did I get an extra one of those out? I must have done. Turns out I don't need that bit right now. Cool. All good. Right. So now this guy and this guy go together. So that will just slot in there like that, and we have a nice right angle piece. Good fun. Good fun, good fun. Okay, that's those two bits. Now what? Right, a couple of those. A smattering of those. Now make sure I get the right orientation for this next step. I did have the right orientation. Yes, totally good. Yep, that's correct. Right, now I just remembered I need to give a bit of a shout out to somebody. And I want to say a big hi to Jackson Starkey. It's been awesome talking with you over Messenger actually, and seeing your progress on some of your mods. Now Jackson tends to go onto these streams after the fact because he's generally working night shift in the US, Canada. Oh crikey, I'm gonna embarrass myself now. I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, but anyway, he's working night shift on the Great Continent. So he's in the complete wrong time zone to actually see this while I'm streaming. But he diligently goes on and watches the streams after the fact. So g'day. I hope you're doing awesome. I hope work's going well, Jackson. I really hope it does. It is going well. And yeah, thank you so much for your enthusiasm for these streams. It's really cool to see to have your comments come up, and it really it really feels like you're actually participating in a stream. So it's cool. Huge props and shout out. Good on ya. Good on ya, mate. Okay, now a few more bits. We are getting to the end. Actually, we can probably combine these big trays. I made a mess of putting those everywhere. Combine the big trays because there's hardly any pieces of those left, and combine these little ramekins. Yep, because there's not many of those left. This is how many pieces we have got left in stage 5. We've kind of raced through it tonight. It's been great. Let's just put that over there. I'll put this one over here. Nice easy access. Now I'm assuming I need to build 2 of these as well. I do. So let's build 2 of them. A couple of them. And I know I've said it before, but I have to say, one of the amazing things about doing these streams, not just on the Millennium Falcon, but just the streams in general, actually, I really, really do enjoy meeting new people and hanging out and just chewing the fat and talking about what's going on in people's lives, and just having a common interest in whatever I'm building, and just talking to people from all over the world. I find it really, really fascinating and absolutely love it. So. Very, very cool. One of my favorite parts of streaming, that's for sure. So Voltwiller says, where are you going to display the Millennium Falcon when you are finished? Now that is a great question. I have no idea. I think at least temporarily behind me here. Probably have the pirate ship on one side and then the Millennium Falcon kind of leaning up vertically in the vertical stand on the other side, at least for the time being anyway. I tend to have sets displayed only when I need to do a video on them, and then I tend to pack them away because I don't have a lot of space here. But and I kind of don't want it to get too dusty before I can figure out some kind of permanent home that has a covering to keep the dust off it. So we'll see. Because I mean, you can dust Lego sets, but the dust tends to like stick in the grooves, and sometimes the only way to actually get them properly clean is to disassemble it and actually wash all the pieces. And washing 7,500 pieces is not my idea of fun. And then putting it together, that's like months of work. So I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to display it, how I'm going to display it at this stage. I might even just, do what I said, put it up in the background there, and then, hang on, make sure I'm doing this right. Yep, I am. And then maybe cover it with a cloth or sheet or something, I don't know. Until it's ready to be displayed, until I actually want to display it, and I'll take it off just to protect it from the dust. Not because I'm being super, super precious, but mainly just because I don't want to have to be dusting it all the time. That sounds like a real drag to me. And a 6 going down the middle there, and some grates on the side. Ah, great. Keep an eye out for the brick-built Lando Calrissian in the build. Oh, really? This one? Cool. And Michael Hal, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing awesome. How have you been? Haven't seen you in a while. You've dropped off the map for a while. How's your break been? Did you manage to finish building the project that you were working on? Hope you're doing awesome, by the way, and really, really do appreciate you stopping by and joining in on the chat. But brick built Lando Calrissian in the build. Are you serious? If you are, that would be like huge Easter egg that I just would have no idea and would think is really unexpected. I kind of think that you're pulling my leg, but I don't know. Yeah, you've been good. You're back into the swing at work now. Did you start this week, or did you start like back last week? I started back this week, and yeah, it's it's only Tuesday, and it's a little bit of a struggle. It's always really hard getting back into the swing of things properly after a big break. You're just like, the break's never long enough. I'm not one of these people who like, you kind of like, you get back to work and you're like, oh man, I was ready to come back to work, and you know, I had a good break, but yeah, I kind of got bored sitting around home. You know, I'm definitely not one of those kind of people. I'm just like, oh, I have got plenty to do around home. Stuff that I want to do, stuff that I have to do. It's, yeah, I'm always kind of on the go. So yeah, it's never really boring. So when I get back to work, it's usually like, can I really want another week or 2 weeks or a month? That'd be great. That's alright. That's the way it goes. Started back on the 5th. Oh, so you've been back on deck for a few weeks now. Just a short break with the stats and a little bit in between for you. Fair enough. And here's me complaining about my extra 2 weeks. I apologize. No, I've really got nothing to complain about. Did have a good break. Didn't get as much filming done as I would have liked. I was really hoping to get a lot of work done on videos and things for the channel. But yeah, definitely didn't get as much as I would have liked to have gotten done. Made a little bit of progress on a couple of videos, but yeah, I've still got a fair way to go, unfortunately. But I did manage to do some streams, which is great. Yeah, streaming's kind of easy in a way. It's pretty chill, so I quite like it. All right. Okay, I think that is those bits done. So we can now clip those onto this guy and clip this guy onto this guy. Groovy, and that's both of those complete. Now we get to we get to put them onto the main structure. This is always a good bit. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Get those out of the way. And bring this guy back into shot. Now, where does your be? So, clip onto that side and there. And then go in to those Technic beams just in front of that red beam there. Okay, cool. That seems simple enough. Yeah, so these were symmetrical, but they're kind of like alternated because they're symmetrical on either side. So that's kind of cool. Okay, let's see if we can get these on there without breaking anything. This kind of curves around a little bit and goes in. Make sure, yeah. Try and make sure I've got my handholds and where I put the pressure on correctly, and I think that's pretty much the only way it can go. Nice, that's in. Now let's get the other side sorted. kind of nice. I can still pick it up from the center section in here. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do that for, because you don't want to really be picking it up from the outsides, because you're going to start, stuff's going to start falling off. And Mark Denham's in the house. Welcome. Evening all. Oh, not done yet, vintage? Winky face. No. Surprise, surprise, I'm not done yet. Yes, I know, taking my sweet time, right? Oh, especially getting this in, it really just doesn't want to go in. It's going to go in, it's going to, there we go. And it's in. Fantastic. All right, this back section's really starting to take shape now. And yeah, at this point you're starting to realize how massive it is. You've kind of thought, oh yeah, it's, you know, it's going to be as wide as the frame over this side, but no, it's going to stick out way further. Especially when the mandibles go on the front go on, it's going to be a beast. Now Michael says, Lando hint, there's only one medium blue brick in the whole set. Oh man, you've really piqued my interest now. Oh, it's going to be cool. That is going to be cool when I get to that bit. It's going to be very, very cool. And Michael says, how have you enjoyed the build so far? I have enjoyed it. It has been really good. I do like the approach that I have taken, in that I'm not racing through it as fast as I possibly can. Just kind of taking my time and enjoying the build. Because as I mentioned a little bit earlier, you only get one first build. Second time through, building it is always going to be different. All the surprises are going to be gone. So yeah, just taking my time, but I have definitely enjoyed the build so far. And it's been really cool having people coming in, hanging out at various stages as well. Always makes life a little bit more interesting when you got somebody to talk to and somebody to listen to your rambling on about whatever comes to mind and whatever you've been up to lately. But no, it's been a great build. Have definitely enjoyed it. I think it's probably going to take my top spot from Pirates of Barracuda Bay. You know, I'm gonna wait till the end of the build to completely make that call as my favorite Lego set ever. But it's shaping up pretty well. Just for the sheer size of this thing, you know, and the desirability factor. It's definitely one that I've wanted for a long time and never thought I would have. Actually, I thought that the Pirates of Barracuda Bay was a bit of a stretch. Getting that. Oh, we get to put on the engine thingies. Cool. Okay, cool. Engine thingies engaged. Yeah, the Pirates of Barracuda Bay is one that I kind of didn't really think I'd be able to justify buying, and you know, I didn't end up buying it, or I bought it for me. But yeah, I kind of thought that would be a little bit more achievable than this beast. But turns out this beast, yeah, I now have it. So yeah, pretty stoked. So I dare say this will take the favorite Lego set ever crown, but time will tell. Time will tell indeed. Oops. It really doesn't want to go on there. There we go. So Mark says, from most build reports I've seen, you can continue to pick it up by the center structure all the way through. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. yeah, because that definitely is a great pivot point. Okay, engines on side 1 engaged. Now side 2. Obviously installing a light kit in this thing later on would be pretty epic as well, especially around the engine area. Very cool indeed. Okay. Engines sorted. Now interesting, I think I've missed something somewhere, because yes, I have some pieces left over. Now, what a noob. Okay, so had these pieces here, where is it? These here. Now I thought, I've got these left over. I thought they were the bits that are like that properly, but turns out these bits. That makes a bit more sense. I was like, I haven't seen any of those other bits used anywhere at all. So I think we're good. Stage 5, bam, done. Ooh, now just looking at what stage 6 entails, we have the outline of the front mandibles on. So by the time we are done with stage 6, we are going to have the correct length done. Oh, that's exciting. In fact, I think the next section, that's now pretty back heavy. Something to be aware of. Ryan, good to see you. Welcome. So yeah, actually, let's just, before we move on, let's not rush on to stage 6 just yet. Let's zoom out and have a little bit of a look at the progress after finishing stage 5. Yes, it actually does take some thought into where I have to pick it up from to be able to move it, because it is a bit of a beast. It is already a bit of a beast. So stage 5 is essentially putting together all of this section around here. You've got the engines and you've got the curve outsides here. Yeah, it's good. And I did find that I had actually missed one of the double pins in the back over here. So I managed to pull this section back out, put the double pin back in, and then rebuild this section again, nice and clean. So that's all good. So let's get into stage 6. Bags 6. Lots of parts in stage 6. Alright, actually I think stage 7 doesn't look too big. It's cool, right? Oh well, we'll make a start on stage 6 anyway. Let's keep going while we've got the momentum. And Mark agrees that the build is looking great. Indeed it is. Michael says the original 5,000 piece UCS Millennium Falcon 10-179 didn't have the numbered bags. Whoa, no! Took me 90 minutes just to sort the parts into piles of similar pieces. Oh my goodness. You're kidding me. That would be a nightmare. That would be an absolute nightmare. I mean, it was bad enough having the ATM6 just in one box, let alone 5,000 pieces like this. That's a whole bunch more pieces. I mean, it took me quite a while, and my wife actually, quite a while to sort out those pieces. So I can just imagine, man, that would have been a mission. Can't believe they didn't have numbered bags. That's crazy. Mark says, I want to break mine open again, Michael. Oh, I can't wait to break mine open, Michael. Just lack of space to put it anywhere. Do you have a sealed? Is it like sealed, Mark? The original Millennium Falcon? I'm curious. And Mark says, by the way, Vintage, took your advice and picked up Poe's new X-Wing. Actually a fun build, surprisingly. Nice. Nice. Yeah. Is that the Poe's new X-Wing? Is that the white and orange one? Is it? Excuse the bag noise. I know it's loud, but it's kind of half the fun about like building Lego, right? You crack open the crisp plastic bags. We line up these ramekins over here to get these smaller parts into. Select parts bags. Double and triple check that there's no little pieces in the corners of the bags. Nice. Alright. Okay, that's good. I think I could probably end up combining these in a way. Alright. No pieces left over in there. Sweet. Okay, let's move the progress so far back a little bit and arrange these. So, some beans. Now I need 2 of these, so I might as well just build 2 of them at the same time, rather than having to revisit. 4, 6, 8, and then another 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, I bought the original back from Disneyland when it was out, carried it through a sweltering car park of heat. Yeah, all those unnumbered bags are gorgeous. Yep, the orange and white one, nice. Yeah, cool. Down those trays are close to dark blue, dark bluish grey Lego. Yeah, they I guess they kind of are. You see, yeah, it's slightly darker, I guess. A little bit of a happy accident, really. I think my personal opinion is that these are kind of like the ultimate Lego sorting trays. I think they're awesome. 2, 4, 6. Because I need 2 of them. Right, so maybe I didn't need 12 of those. Maybe I did just need 16. Anyway, I'll soon find out what I need and what I don't, what I'm going to have left over. But yeah, it was a bit of a happy accident. I just thought one day, it's just like, oh man, I just need something to put these pieces into, because you know. Oh, Tarzan the Destroyer is here. I think he wants to check on the build progress, make sure that I'm doing it correctly. I'll just go let him in. Just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Tarzan. Come on, buddy. Tarzan. Come on. Yeah, take your time. Did you want to come say hi, buddy? Me? Okay, watch out. Oh, here he is. Here you go, over here. Does the build meet your approval, buddy? Hey? So let's see what he's going to knock over. You can lie down and have a sleep if you want, buddy. But yes, it was just a bit of a, yeah. I just thought I really need something, and then whoops. Camera down. Tarzan's first victim of the night. Okay, you can go somewhere else. Yeah, I just kind of just started raiding the cupboards, and then found these like brownie trays, these rubber brownie trays, and I thought actually these are going to be perfect, because one of the things when you're building Lego, and you put them in a hard container, it's just so noisy when you're swishing around trying to find parts and stuff. So these brownie trays are just perfect because they dampen a whole bunch of the sound. So you can kind of swish them around, and yeah, it's all good. It's always good having a happy accident, right? Oh, are you quite comfy there, Tarzan? Okay. Or is that your part? Is that the bit that you're going to do for me, is it? Always so helpful, Tarzan. Always so helpful. Does anyone remember the smell you get out of the bags when opening the new Lego sets from the 70s and 80s? Actually, no, I don't. That's one thing I don't remember, actually. I did have, though, you know, that's the mid-80s, early to mid-80s is the time when I kind of got all of my childhood Lego. But I don't remember that. I can imagine though. It's that new car kind of smell, right? It's just something that's new, that's brand new, straight from the factory. I can definitely appreciate what it would have been like. That's for sure. Excuse me, Tarzan. No, excuse me. That's mine. That smell of plastic tray, all those, all the bits got poured into. Catastrophe, exactly. I see what you did there. Oh, are we laughing at you, Tarzan? Yeah, are you grumpy with me now, are you? You're a funny cat. You just want to hang out, eh, buddy? You just can't help it. Okay, so yes, as I suspected, we didn't need those pieces. That's all good. Okay, let's move this guy back in. So where do these go? So these slot in into the middle of these red beams. Okay, beautiful. All right, it's good. It's good, it's good, it's good. Cool. Oh, now we get to start creating the mandibles. Fun. Big long bits. It's cool. I remember when they finally put holes in the bags, it was easier to stab them open. Yes, I do. That is one thing I do remember actually about my childhood Lego sets. Yeah, they came in like perforated, like the bags with the holes in it. But, yeah, there was a set recently actually it might have been in the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. There was one of those bags, and it kind of jogged my memory. I thought, oh yeah, that's right. I'd forgotten about that. I'm sure that when I was young, all of the bags were like that. So yeah, that was quite cool. I do remember those hold bags. And Ryan asks, is Tarzan a Bengal breed? Yes, he is. He is a Bengal. And kind of, he's kind of takes after the big cats. He's bred from big cats. We kind of just inherited him, and yeah, he's kind of just become part of the family. Now he definitely got his quirks, that's for sure. He loves water. He'll often walk when it's pouring down with rain. He'll just walk through it slowly, cruising through. Come inside absolutely soaking wet, and yeah, he doesn't care. Meh. What's a bit of water, eh? Yeah. Quirky guy. And he's noisy, as you guys know, especially at 4 o'clock in the morning when he's announcing his arrival down the hallway. You kind of get used to it a little bit, but it's just like, oh, Tarzan, be quiet. Sometimes it gets a bit much and he just gets locked outside at that point. He's like, no, you need to learn your lesson. But he's a good cat. He's a funny cat. Right, another one of those, and where am I going to find some cheese wedges? There's one. That'll do. Whenever I think of cheese wedge, I think of was it Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? Cheeseburger. Big voice. The sky. Yeah, cheese wedge. Sure hope he's not a kicker. No. Well, he does on his he's got a scratching pole downstairs, and that's the only thing he does it on. He's learnt well. Like he's kind of we didn't really train him as far as I can remember, but he has learnt that he has a scratching pole, and that is the only thing he's allowed to like scratch with his hind legs on. And but yeah, he does go hard on it. He does. It's hilarious to watch. Lego apparently went to numbered bags because kids now would lose interest if they had to sort through an entire box for looking for individual pieces. Kids those days, ish. Yeah. It's a little bit sad, right? It's a little bit on the sad side. How yeah. I mean, that's half the fun. It's half the brain development is like sorting and organization and finding the pieces that you want and organizing it into a method that suits your style of how your brain works. Yeah. But I suppose they've got to cater to the masses. Unfortunately. I suppose it keeps keeps live streams a little bit more interesting these days, because you can just imagine, right? a set like this, if the bags weren't numbered, if they were just sort of categorized into rough pieces that you needed, it's like, cool, the first live stream for 3 hours is going to be me sorting parts. Probably not overly interesting, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? If that's the way it had to be, then that would be the way it had to be. So yeah, that definitely does make it easier having numbered bags, that's for sure. That is for sure. For sure. Okay, I should really grab out the pieces that I actually need for this step. One of you, one of you, which I've already put on, plus another 3. Okay, yeah, we don't need to see that, Tarzan. Tarzan says hi. You are hilarious, cat. After recently building a non-numbered bag creator set, I did find it was a bit frustrating. Yeah, no, that's right. It definitely is a step up how they now numbered all the bags, and yeah, it's definitely made it a lot easier, and I guess a little bit more enjoyable too as you get to skip out that step. But it's just a little bit sad that they had to change that over because, you know, kids were losing interest. But then again, back in the day, yes, I guess the bags weren't numbered, but the sets were a whole lot smaller as well. Like when you're looking at a large set being 400 pieces, 500 pieces, you can kind of get away with not having numbered bags. But when you start getting into 2,000, 2,500 pieces, 3,000 pieces, yeah, it does. It will get a little bit more frustrating trying to track down, trawling through that many pieces, trying to find the bit that you're looking for. Yeah, so I can get it. And can you imagine the claims that they would get about missing pieces too if the bags weren't numbered? And if you had like a 2,500 piece set, how many people would be trawling through all 2,000 odd pieces and go, nah, I'm definitely missing a piece. Like I've searched through 5 times and 100% missing a piece. Like there's no doubt. And then claim to miss the piece. Sorry, claim to get the missing piece, and then they get to the end of the build and find, oh, there's that piece there. Wait, don't start chewing the end of that, cheeky monkey. Finished the tie, Vault Dweller. I finished the tie. It is smaller than the past ties. Yes, true. It is. This it seems like this current wave of sets is a little bit smaller than the old ones. Well, actually, significantly smaller than the old ones. Same with the X-wing. Same with the TIE fighter, and I assume the same with the shuttle that's coming out as well. Not that I know from experience, I haven't actually built them myself, but from what I've seen, from the pictures that I've seen, I think they are definitely smaller. But still enjoyable builds from what I have heard. Right, let me just grab out these bitses that I need. And then I'm going to catch up with the chat. those and one of those. Alright, Kane Yo-Yo, welcome. You made it once more. It's always good to have you here. Fantastic. I'm stoked that you could make it. Awesome. Oh, what's going on here? What have I done? Oh, that's up there. It's the new pieces, right? Don't mind me, as you were. So you go on there. You go on there. Remove the cat hair from there. Yes, that's yours, Tarzan. Oh, what did Mark say? Oh, I missed a whole bunch of messages. Hang on. Did you see the interceptor conversion for them? Oh, fun. No, but Vintage was talking about that, and it sounds sick. Yeah, the Moff Gideon's TIE fighter with the foldable landing gear. I think, foldable wings. I think it still needs landing gear, but it looks really cool. The picture that I saw the other day, very cool. The interceptor looks rad, but the alternate interceptor out of the first order TIE, nice. Mark, do you know where the vid is? Missing parts back in the day sucked. There was no internet to get them from. Totally, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Of course. You'd have to like write in just about. No, that's not correct. Goes. Yeah, you probably have to like fill out a form and mail it in and wait for them to get back to you, and oh man, that'll be a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. And Mark is going to try and dig it up again. Fantastic. Abel Vanderveer, Vantveer, hello. Oh, yeah, that's going to turn out bad if you start walking on the laptop. Tarzan. Okay. Cat's name, Alicia Videra. Cat's name is Tarzan, and no, he's just going to wind your way. A Millennium Falcon is a nice set, says Abel. Yes. Is Lemand here Netherlands? I don't speak Dutch, Hollands, so please translate to English. I do have Dutch heritage. I do have, I am half Dutch. I have Dutch blood, but I do not speak Hollands. I know a few words, but that's about it. And Mark says there's a great mock for Gideon's TIE with the landing gear. Nice. If you had to suck it up and use your own parts, or you had to suck it up and use your own parts. Oh, for the missing parts? Yeah, indeed. Is it TJ's YouTube video, Mark, about the TIE intercept conversion? Yeah. Yes, that TIE interceptor did look very cool. I thought that was pretty epic. Now, where are we at with this? Oh man, there's so much detail on this. So this will be the side of the mandible. So there's lots and lots of little bits. All right, cool. Tarzan's given up. Actually sitting up here with me, so he's disappeared off somewhere. I'm sure he'll start whinging to be let out, you know, just because we just let him in. Very indecisive. So my cat's name is, I can't remember whether I answered that or not. My cat's name is Tarzan. He is a purebred Bengal, and he is probably the loudest cat that I have ever heard. he can be exceptionally obnoxious if he wants to be. And he exercises that on a regular basis. But he's lovely. He's a good cat. Thank you. Cat is cute. Hear that, Tarzan? Hear that, Tarzan? Yeah. Alicia says that you're cute. Yeah. He says thanks. Okay, what have we got here then? Lots of little detail bits. I love the use of obscure parts for like greebling and things. Well, not really obscure parts, but just like parts that you wouldn't necessarily expect for greebling. Oops, that is not supposed to go on there. Okay. Where does that go? How does that? Oh, it goes over there. Right. But it's just so clever how you've got all sorts of little bits and pieces, like, you know, grates and rods and all that sort of thing. I think it's just so clever how you get all this amazing detail from just all these little bits and pieces, like roller skates and binoculars and it's always just really impressed me. I think it's really cool. Very, very cool indeed. Excuse me. Hello, Tarzan. Do you want to go outside now? Okay. I've got the call. He now needs me to let him out. Here you go, Tarzan. Here, buddy. Let you go. Come on, off you go. So he had to come in for his 5 minutes of fame. Nice. Yeah, just had Mark just was talking about the converting the TIE Fighter, the video on YouTube. Definitely go check it out. Right. Now that I've figured out where I'm up to again. Those. Those. And one of. Where are you? One of you. One of those. Cool. Probably. What? Put that in a little bit. Further so you can actually see what I'm doing. But yeah, that will be a great conversion. Okay, so I need to make sure I pay attention as to what goes where. Start at one end and move towards the other end. Be really easy to screw this bit up. Cool. Mark says details on the sets have come a long way for the better too. Spear guns make great X-wing greeblies. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. Oh gosh, lots of little bits in this step too. That's pretty much the theme for this mandible side. This is where all the final detailing is going to be. Well, not all of the final detailing, but there is going to be a significant, well, all along here there's going to be significant detailing. So I just need to make sure I get all the pieces out for this, or for these steps. Make sure I don't miss anything, because it would be very easy to overlook something at this stage. Not that piece. That piece. Okay. So what have we got here? Another one of these guys. And go on the other side of that. There. Oops. There. This is definitely a section that you can't just race ahead through, that's for sure. You know, it's so many little parts. The little parts take so long to put on. Yeah, you definitely can't just plow on through. Now, where did this guy go? I did only need one of those. Cool. That's that little bit done. Now we have some more. One of you. 1, 2, 4, 6 of you. And 1 of you. Right. So you in there. Yeah, I find it really interesting too with the detail on this, on the newer sets. Just that, yeah, like there was kind of a stage, I guess, especially with the older Millennium Falcon, the UCS, the other UCS Millennium Falcon. It's very much a studded build. Like it's got studs all over it, and they haven't really made much of an effort to hide a lot of the studs. Whereas a lot of the newer sets that are coming out and the newer designs, it's very much kind of studless design. Whereas, yeah, any studs that are showing are kind of left as intentional detail. And I think it's kind of cool. Definitely goes a long way to when you're showing somebody the set. And I think they kind of go, whoa, well, I didn't know that Lego could look like this, because it just doesn't really look like Lego. In many respects, you can kind of still see the studs, a few studs every now and then. But yeah, the bulk of the studs are hidden. So yeah, I think it's kind of cool. I would definitely say that I'm in the the studless camp. I prefer the studless kind of modern styling as opposed to the older, you know, it's Lego, so we'll just let all of the studs hang out. So yes, definitely a fan of how far the detailing has come on these guys. It's very, very cool. So many robot arms, yeah. Remember those from the old 80s sets, building the robots, and I always thought that they were really, really cool. The old 80s brick-built robots. Very, very cool. Voltaway says, I'm going to the Gold Coast on the 14th of Feb, and I'm going to call into the Lego shop at Dreamworld. Hopefully there's some good sets there. Nice! Yeah. I agree with Mark, you know. I hope that goes well, and yeah, I hope there's some good stuff to be seen. Now, if this isn't a great detail studless piece, I don't know what is. I mean, that's cool. That's very, very cool. It's got so much like surface detail and interesting features, and no studs showing. It's very cool indeed. That is vintage brick approved through and through. All right. Now, where is... Oh, here it is. Ah, it's not quite the same, but is what I was thinking it was going to be. But I remember these from the old Space Classic. Oh, sorry, a variation on these from the old Space Classic. They were used for all sorts of things. So much like detailing and old school detailing. Yeah, very cool. You can use them for like ray guns or like parts of ships and stuff, and yeah, holding some of the clear pieces on, and yeah, they're used all over the place. All right, so this guy goes on there, Mr. Stud, and there you go. Beautiful. Right, so we can put that off to the side now. That is we're now moving on to another bit. Oh, that's not quite right. That's better. how many part will be with that set. Now, which set are you talking about? The set here that I'm building. With the UCS Millennium Falcon, 7,500 pieces. Alicia, it's it's a big set. I saw the other day. See, hang on, let me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I saw the other day a post on Facebook about somebody else who had just gotten the Falcon and he had just sorted all of the bags, and he said that there were like 67 bags of parts. Yeah, whew, it's quite a few. Now I was actually going to do a bit of a count up when I first got this thing to see how many bags there were, but I completely forgot. I did my unboxing video and then I just forgot after that. I rocked into the live stream and then I thought, oh no, that's right. I probably could count the empty bags now, but it's not that big a deal. Yeah, it was interesting to see this post on Facebook about the bag numbers, sorry, the number of bags. Yeah. Now this bit's very familiar. It's kind of like the very back sections that we built now rounded with the engine. So, oh yeah, that makes sense because the mandible is going to kind of come right around the front. Yep, that makes sense. That makes sense. Old school, not guns. Yeah. Oops, that's not quite right either. There we go, that's better. Now, if you have noticed on these close-up shots, I apologise for the state of my thumb. I ended up squishing my thumb in like a door hinge, sticky out metal bit the other day. Yes, it hurt. Yes, I am okay. So thank you for your concern. Yes. But yeah, it doesn't look overly pretty. Oops, that's not what I was supposed to do. I needed to put something else on there first. Look at me racing ahead. Here we go. That guy goes on there. And now we can get these guys on there, like so. Yes, it did hurt indeed. You know, you're racing out the door, you're trying to be quick, and you just lose balance and then put all your weight into the door frame and your thumb happens to be in the door frame. Well, you know, being squished into somewhere that it doesn't want to be squished into. But hey, that is life. That's life. It just doesn't make it look very pretty for the old live stream. Alright, I think that is where we're at with that. Okay, lots of little bitses now. I'm loving the use of these was it, oversized telephone pieces. I think they're pretty cool. Great for detail. Very, very cool. Groovy. There we go. Nice chunky bit of detail there. That's pretty cool. We can pull this part back in, and this guy just sits on there. It's quite a long section, man. Check this out. This is a is it a 900 wide desk? Yeah, 900 wide table, and it's like almost all the way across. It's a chunky piece. That is a bit of a beast. Alright, what do we need for this next little bit? For you, to you, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. Okay. Just thinking. Yes. Although my thumb did hurt, there was no expletives involved. just in case you were wondering. All right, and now we get to get this guy. More lovely detail on there. Yep, and you just pop in there. Beautiful. Yeah, so pretty, but so big. Yes, indeed, the set. Absolutely, so pretty, but so big. Now, too early to ask if you've thought about which dish you'll use, Vintage, the classic one or the better looking one. Is that like you're trying to subconsciously influence my decision there? It's like you could use the. Are you going to use the vintage one, the old school one, or the one that looks like crap, or are you going to use the better looking one? There's no wrong answer, but that's a good question. I am not sure. Yeah, I actually have no idea. I was maybe leaning towards the old school vintage one and keeping this setup from the original trilogy. But yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I'll figure it out when I get there. I don't know. Maybe I could be absolutely sacrilegious and get some other parts and have a second dish on the other side. No, I'm kidding. Don't leave. Yeah, I'm not sure. I have not actually thought about it, to be perfectly honest. Kind of a fan of old school. But yeah, I don't know. Nothing's set in stone thus far, that's for sure. And this guy goes all the way down there. Not sure why that wasn't put on in building that little step, but that's okay. Okay. Can put this away for the moment. Get another huge mother beam out. More pins, just for something completely new. Second dish, best idea. I'm going to make it look, nothing like any of the films. What have I done here? Is that right? There, miss one. There, miss two. Miss two. No, I've done something wrong there. Hang on. That's not right. Miss one. Miss two. Miss one. Miss two. Miss one. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's all right. That's better. One of you. Who are Toru? Tai Rua Toru Fa. Okay. Anyway, make sure I've got these in the right places for a start. So that goes on there like so, and then that one goes there. We go. It goes there like so. And another big beam. There. A couple more pins. Expected as much. Another big beam to enclose those all. Lock it all into place. Oops, that's not right. Those in that way. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, now for a few little detail bitsies. One of those. And just to revisit an earlier topic, since we've got a couple of people that weren't here earlier, I have just completely binge watched Cobra Kai, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was great. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Yeah, Mark and Michael. I don't know if you guys have watched that. We've in this household we've done a little bit of a Karate Kid bender recently. Recently introduced my middle daughter to Karate Kid, the old school movies, and she absolutely loves them. So she's a little bit young to watch Cobra Kai, but after watching the Karate Kid movies, I just like I hadn't really been that interested in watching it, to be honest. And then I watched the old Karate Kid movies again. I was like, oh, actually, yeah, now's the time. I would actually quite like to watch Cobra Kai. And I got a few episodes in, and I was just absolutely 100% hooked, and just powered through all 3 seasons as quick as I could. And I thought it was really cool. I loved how much depth it gave to the movies. These old 80s movies where you kind of just think Johnny's the bully and Daniel's the kid that's always right. But yeah, it was kind of nice to have the perspective of, you know what, Daniel's not always right. Daniel's actually a bit of a hothead and quite often misreads the situations and makes things worse. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. And Mark, I quite enjoyed Cobra Kai. Really finishes out the old movies a lot better, totally. Kind of like Clone Wars does to episode 2 and 3. Yeah, fair enough. I haven't actually made my way through the Clone Wars yet. I have made a good start. I really need to finish those off, actually. Yeah, it'd be good to get those under my belt, especially with the new series that are coming out, you know, the new animated series, Bad Batch, and all of that. Should really get my A into G and finish those off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah. Actually, just another random thought. What cracked me up about this Falcon build is that probably right up until this live stream, actually, because it's just all the Technic frame and it's got all these random sort of different colors all over the place, it really looks quite messy. Like, it looks like it's just a hodgepodge of parts until you actually start putting the outsides on. In fact, I had some of my daughter's friends around today, and I was showing them the progress on the Falcon, and one of them said, "Oh, are you just building that out of like spare parts and stuff?" I was like, "Oh no, it's actually a proper full set." But I can totally get where she was coming from. It really did just look like a hodgepodge of Technic parts and pins and just randomly thrown together. it really doesn't start to come together until you start putting those outer panels on. I just thought it was hilarious. Mark says, just finished Clone Wars while building the UCS gunship. 2 episodes when it comes out. Nice. Nice, yes. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that UCS gunship, for sure. Looks like it's going to be... Yeah, well, I haven't, well, I guess the pictures haven't been released yet, right? So it will be interesting to see what it looks like. How big it is and all of that. But yes, there's definitely a lot of excitement around that gunship coming out, that's for sure. That's for sure. 2, 4, 6, and 8 with you. Don't lose that one. That's a good catch. What else do I need? A couple of these curve guys. What are you? Again, tiny, lots of tiny little parts for this particular build, or stage of the build, I should say. For all the detailing little bits. All spare parts, yeah. Yeah, built out of spare parts. A lot of the frame sets look terrible until they're dressed, absolutely. But I understand why they do them. Yeah, it's kind of like why they put bright red pieces in, or bright pieces in where they're going to be hidden. It's so that you're not using the wrong pieces at the wrong times, and yeah, you can kind of see visually where you've made mistakes. So that's fair enough. I get it, but yeah, it was pretty funny. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just about at the point where, oh, this is the front part. It's on the inside. We are just about at the point where we can put on this first front mandible. Oh, right, you're gonna have to zoom all the way out pretty much for this bit. Let's get these ramekins out of the way and get this out of the way, and this guy in here. Okay, now how do we attach? So these pins here are going to go in those there, and then how does it attach over here? This guy here into there. Is it just the 2 points that it attaches by? Kind of, and then it just slots onto there to stabilize it. Cool, easy peasy. Here we go. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Have we got everything lined up right? It's always tricky getting these parts that have multiple Technic pins in. Okay, attempt 2. Oh. I am now regretting my decision on handhold position as a bit has broken off. There we go. Okay, let's try that again. I will hold you there. Now, gosh, it really doesn't want to go in. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 pins in, and it is secured there. Nice. It slots in the side, and pop goes the weasel. Wow, that is huge. That is so big. Can we zoom out any further? Yeah, look, there we go. What a beast. Okay, first front mandible on. Imagine the second part of stage 6 is going to be, yep, it's building the mandible for the other side. I think though we are probably going to call it a night there for this particular stream. But I have to say, I am loving all the detailing along here. It is very, very cool, very, very clever. Huge ups to the designers of these sets, man. Especially this one. It's going to be so hard designing something this big, like UCS scale. And you know, although it's like we just talked about with the hodgepodge parts, that's all going to get covered up. But yeah, very cool detailing. It's going to look so good when we start filling in the detail sections. But it is looking amazing. It is looking great. Yeah, home stretch. So yeah, halfway through stage 6. Only another 11 stages to go. We're on the home stretch. But yes, it absolutely, Voltwell, it absolutely does look sick. It is looking so good, man. My daughter is gonna freak out. Actually, all of my daughters are gonna freak out about how big this set is getting. It is, yeah, when they see it in the morning, they're gonna freak out. So cool, so cool. But for now, as always, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out while I build this absolute monster of a set. I'm pretty stoked with the progress we made tonight. It's great getting through a little bit of an extra stage in a stream. We raced through stage 5 really quick actually, which is cool. It's cool. I think we're going to get through stage 7 really quick too, because it doesn't look like there's that many. It's like 3 bags or something, so not as many parts. But yes, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. It's been awesome hanging out with you guys. I hope you guys had fun. As you can see, it's coming together. Have a great night wherever you are, whether you are in the night or you still have night to come. Have a great night, and yeah, go out, be awesome, and I will see you next time.